Hey guys, Ken's97 so 171 back for another ATS video. Today we are driving the Peterbilt, the 19 late 40s, early 50s Peterbilt 350. Did a few mods. Got a sleeper bunk on the back. A few modern touches, blacked out. So it's sort of a resto mod, whatever. It's got a Cummins. I don't remember what it is, but it's a 475 horsepower Cummins. 18-speed Fuller transmission. Never used this one before. I picked the ratio based on power output and differential that came with the truck. Tried to pick it kind of close. We're going to Las Cruces, New Mexico, I think. Yeah, Las Cruces. It's not very far. We got about 6 hours of drive time, which should be more than enough to get there. So let's hit it. We've driven this truck when we built it the first time, many videos back, but it had its original 160 horsepower engine. We didn't really do anything with it. We didn't drive it around. It's got air. I put some air suspension in the back, which was an option. Some little covers over the wheels, more modern tires. Not much customization on the lighting. I left that kind of alone. So, alrighty, here we go. Oops. Why is it in reverse? Don't think we've ever driven this engine before. So, the noises it makes will be different than anything we've experienced. We've believe this is about 36,000 pounds.
Turn left.
Well, it's doing that shit we had trouble with. There it went.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Oh shit. Nice turn signal, fuckwad. We're gonna have to go external because I can't see shit on that. I think the answer is light throttle in the lower gears.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Well, that was weird. There's got a serious distortion through this.
Keep right and then turn right. Turn right.
It's gonna be a turn left.
Keep left.
I mean, 475 horsepower. Torque was decent. 18-speed transmission. This should haul pretty much any normal loads. Engine sounds pretty cool. So I figured we'd drive this. relatively short load. Nope. I always forget about this fairly tight turn coming out of Phoenix. Probably have some aerodynamic issues. That big. I don't know how these fillers work. It says 7L up there.
Go straight on.
Don't know how those work. Some kind of a splitter system. It's a Fuller 18 speed, so it's not an Eaton 18 speed, it's a Fuller. Although now there's a Eaton Fuller, but back in the old days, I guess they were separate brands. There was no other 18 speed available, and I thought with less power, if we wanted to do any actual driving, we would need at least a modern transmission. I really like the low air indicator up there on the header board. I actually really like that a lot. They ought to bring that back, actually. But you have it like digitally controlled or something, so it's like, it's right in your field of view when that thing pops down. You cannot miss it. One of the things that always kind of drove me nuts is, at least in some of the trucks that I had, yeah, there's a warning light on the dash for low air, and you can obviously read the gauge. But generally, when the warning goes on, it's a beep, beep, beep. It's some kind of beep. Well, guess what? It's the same. It's the same fucking beep they use for every other warning. And yeah, sure. Then you're scanning your gauges. I think there's a red light on the gauge too. So it's, you should be scanning your gauges all the time anyway. But see how it went to 7H instead of 8L. Seems reversed to me. Seems like this would be a low gear. Oh, maybe it's going 7 high and then 8 low. Okay, I get it. So you would be moving the gear shifter from 7 to 8, but also switching the other shifter from low to high. Okay, that's how they're splitting the gears. So there's a high and a low. So you do. Yeah, there's. Okay, that time it went for 8 high because it can skip shift. It drives pretty good. The interior is very Spartan. Tell you, I wish you could have that big tablet computer that's available in one of the other trucks we drove. The Mac R series. I wish you could have that I think it's a TomTom. I'm not totally sure. I have to look back and see. I wish we could have that. It's got the bigger screen, much easier to read. We're basically going to be on I-10 all the way to Cruces. It's a relatively easy drive. That's why I picked it. Actually, it's a little close. says 4 hours and 45 minutes to the destination, and we've got
Go
4 hours
straight
and
on.
20 minutes of drive time left before we go sleepy. I put that on my sim dashboard, the
Keep
button box. Yeah, we definitely need to slow down for this.
Keep left. Go straight on.
Guessing there might be a ninth gear above this. 18 speeds, 2 per. Probably never get there. Let's real quick, I'm just curious. Let's go into gameplay. Turn it into, let's do a sequential. Uncheck that, and we'll see if that allows us to get to. Okay, it disengage the cruise control. Speed high. Maybe we're not going fast enough to allow it, which doesn't make sense to me. In which case, maybe this thing needs to have much lower rear end ratio. It was a bad time to turn away. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any next gear. Okay, so that might mean that there are maybe there's 2 additional like granny gears below first or something. Don't know how these work. The only transmissions I've ever run in real life are just an Eaton 10-speed straight 10 and a Super 10. Never driven anything else.
Go straight on.
She'll definitely run 80 miles an hour down the interstate. Which this truck would never have done in the 1950s. There were no interstates. And that's why, you know, trucks had 180 horsepower. They didn't go that fast. You ran low gearing, so you had plenty of power for acceleration. We have a low air warning. Interesting. I wonder why we have a low air warning. I love that. That's great. Too many. I did turn on. I made a couple changes. I did realistic air supply, air brakes. So, oh, I know why. Because this, I do have automatic braking turned on. So probably it was when we came up on that other vehicle in cruise control, it probably lightly applied the brakes several times. Also, these older trucks, I suspect, didn't have as much of a air supply as modern trucks do. I love that though. When that thing flips down, you definitely know you have an issue. That's great. Like I said, that's a great feature. So I bet it's applying the brakes right now. Probably applying the brakes right there.
Go
Boy,
straight up.
that truck up there in the left lane is really fucking it all up, ain't it? Speed limit 75, and we're not running anywhere near that because of traffic. Yeah, this truck's very pleasant to drive. You know, a lot of the older trucks we've driven are very pleasant to drive. And certainly, you could take an old truck from the 40s or 50s, repower it with a more modern engine and transmission setup, and keep using it as long as the frame's not rotted out. Long. Well, we're behind schedule now, actually. I have 2 hours and 2 minutes, and it's 2 hours and 9 minutes to the delivery. That surprises me that we ran into that issue. Somehow we lost ground there. Let's see if there's any place to stop once we're here. We have a facility right here in Cruces, so we can, if we can get to the destination, we can get back here and do a sleep break right there. So I thought we'd drive. This is the last of the older trucks that we built that we haven't driven. We drove everything else. We drove the International. We drove the Freightliner FLD. Drove the Argosy. Drove the W900. So I think after this, I want to go in and do maybe go back to the T680 and drive a newer modern truck again. It's been a while since we drove that one. I think I did an engine change in it. Not totally sure. also, if we get really close to the destination, there's a couple places we can stop to sleep if we really have to. We could also turn off the fatigue simulator if we had to. I don't like doing that. To me, it especially on the longer videos, it makes for a good place to break the videos up. So in the future, what I think I want to do is, you know, take a break right before I pick up the load, regardless of whether I need it or not, to reset the hours, and then we'll have nice even distribution. You know, basically every time we have to sleep ends up being about 45 minutes, I think. Good place to break the video up. But maybe on these shorter trips like this one, turn the fatigue simulator off so we can just complete the trip without the hassle of problems. In fact, I'm going to do that. I don't want to deal with it right now. It's right here at the top. Fatigue simulation off. Then we don't have to worry about it. It's not. I don't know whether when you turn it back on, you know, does it start right back where it was? Or does it reset your hours when you turn that on and off? I have no idea. We're getting off right here.
Right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Oh, forgot we were in manual transmission, sequential mode. You know, the headlights in this are pretty good, actually. Yeah, 8 high is the lowest. This truck has pretty good lights out to the side there. You see the little flares to the left? You can see them out that the side window there. Pretty good lighting. Yeah, see? Low, 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 one low, too high, too low, too high. So that's what it's doing. So it's got two very low gears. So in this particular situation, I mean, the truck was going 85 miles an hour at reasonable RPMs, probably a power limitation. Let's see what it does.
Go straight on.
Oh, let's see if it takes off. Yeah, it can. Double on the paddle
Go straight on.
gives you a skip shift right where you need to be. One issue. So you could do either.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
So what you could do, that's first gear, low is, you could do, that's basically low high. One problem is you can't see the stoplights. I noticed, like you can't see the upper stoplight there because of the roof line. Yeah, so you can do it the other way.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. It's all over now.
Yeah, that low gear, that's neutral. So that's first one. It's, it's almost it's almost still too tall. Even that LL mode, LL gear, the very lowest one. Now that's going to be fun. We're gonna have to blindside back it because we're in the far space. Okay. Now that we know that, which we should have known it because it's a 90 XP parking job. No, wrong way. What we're gonna do is oh, we're gonna flip it around. This is the biggest open area right here. We actually we actually could have actually that might be better to go wide and do the turn because that puts us closer to these trailers, which I think will help us. Okay. It it's a little hard to get started. There we go. I might have to go back for this. Good enough. You know what though? I mean, the trailer is perfectly in this. Well, not quite. But this, you would do in real life. You would just hook it in. You just can't see shit in real life. Okay. Short video this time. Urgent delivery bonus. Making it up the levels. All right, guys, that'll be it for this one. I think next is gonna either I think we're gonna drive the Kenworth T680. Haven't driven that in a while, and maybe do the Freightliner. Haven't driven that Freightliner in a while too. So, all right, guys. Ken 77 still 171 signing off. Be safe out there.